На овогодишниот саем на книга имавме можност да уживаме во голем број нови наслови, но и веќе познати странски и нови автори. Вниманието на љубителите на современата литература во голема мера беше насочено кон делото на американската писателка Сара Пеканен. Авторка, која со својата префината нарација и психолошка длабочина успева да ги освои читателите ширум светот. Незиното творештво се движи на границата помеѓу семејна драма и психолошки трилер, отварајќи теми за човечките односи, тајните што ги носиме и последиците од нив. Со секое ново дело, Пеканен гради напната атмосфера и комплексни ликови, оставајќи силен впечаток во публиката. Во фокусот на вниманието е нејзиниот роман Куќа од стакло, која беше представен и пред македонската публика на саемот на книга во Скопје. Станува збор за возбудлива приказна исполнета со неизвестност, во која зад совршената фасада се кријат длабоки тајни и неочекувани пресврти. Промоцијата на ова дело привлече голем број посетители, потврдувајќи дека интересот за современата светска литература кај нас е во постојан пораст. Љубителите на книгата имаа можност одблизу да се запознаат со стилот и тематиката на Пеканен, која важи за една од најчитаните авторки во овој жанр. Со својата способност да навлезе во психологијата на ликовите и да создаде неизвестност до самиот крај, Сара Пеканен продолжува да ја зацврстува својата позиција на светската книжевна сцена.
Денеска имам особена чест и задоволство да разговарам со една од најчитаните авторки на современите психолошки трилери. Авторка чии дела го освојуваат светот и читателите. Сара Пеканен. Сара, најпрво да ви посакам топло добре дојде во Македонија и да ви посакам убав престој и многу убави средби.
Thank you so much. I am thrilled to be here. I'm already in love with Macedonia.
Најпрво би сакала да ми кажете што ве поттикна и како се роди таа љубов да започнете со пишување токму на психолошки трилери.
I'm so interested in human nature and what makes us all tick. And so I love particularly writing about complicated female protagonists. I think women have such rich inner lives, such complex relationships, and so that's really what I'm drawn to explore, but also drawn to what happens when an ordinary woman is put into an extreme circumstance that tests her mettle. That's the kind of book I love to write.
Во вашите книги, наместо брзи акции, вие одбирате една долга неизвестност и неочекувани пресврти. Како успевате да го изградите тој елемент на изненадување и да го одржите низ целата книга, низ едно постојано пренесување на сомнежот од еден кон друг лик?
That is one of my most fun things to do, is really let the reader try to guess what character might have done the bad thing, which is often a murder in my books. I don't like to show a lot of violence in my books. There's not a lot of gore, but I do like to show darkness, threats, and suspense. So for me, that uncomfortable feeling you get where you just have to turn the page to see what happens next, when the suspense is really building, is what I love to dive into. And I think it's more meaningful when we understand our characters, when we know that they're flawed. Even our heroine is flawed, but all of the characters have some motivations that make sense to them. And that is what I love exploring, and I think that's what adds to suspense.
Како изгледа еден процес на создавање на ликовите? Дали црпите инспирација од реалноста, од луѓето, од вашето опкружување?
So all of my characters are fictional, but I do think all of my complex women protagonists have a little piece of me. I have to be able to access that in order to write authentically about them and their emotions and their challenges. So every woman I know has a complex life. We may look on the outside like we have it all together, everything's perfect, and of course in this age of social media, everything needs to look perfect. But often we are struggling with different things, relationships, work, aging family members, whatever it is. So I think women really manage to hold a lot together. And in my books, if I can give them an escape, a mini vacation by reading it, then I've done my job.
Која е разликата кога се пишува во коавторство, бидејќи сте коавтор во неколку книги, и која е предноста, а кои се недостатоците? И како успевате да се усогласите кога постојат разлики во идеите и ставовите?
It's a very different process. When I'm writing alone, it's very solitary. It's me, my thoughts, and my computer. And that's it. And I can write at any time that I want to write. So whether it's early in the morning, if I wake up at 3 a.m. burning with an idea for a scene, I can do that. With a co-author, you have to schedule your time together. So it's more planned, and you do have to compromise. You need to blend your thoughts and ideas before you put them down on the page. So there's a lot more conversation, whereas when you're writing alone, you're kind of walking around thinking, and it's definitely more isolating. So I would say there are trade-offs. I enjoy doing both. I might collaborate again, who knows? There are other authors I've talked to about potentially collaborating with. But right now I'm loving writing alone because I do like that very early morning writing time, and it's hard to find somebody else who I can wake up at 3 a.m. and say, let's write.
Во вашата книга Куќа од стакло, за која всушност сме дојдени денес, дали и колку стаклото да символизира кревкоста, која може да ја има секој од нас, но и кревкоста на нашиот дом и семејството? И дали таа замена со пластика може да ја надополни загубата?
Yes, I love the concept of all the different dimensions that glass has. Glass can be very strong, it can protect you, it can also end your life. You can see through it, but you can't reach through it. It's such an interesting substance to me, and it really was important as a symbol in the book of the fragility of my characters and how they tried so hard not to be transparent until my main character, Stella, came into their lives and began really digging in to who they were and uncovering the real people behind these facades.
Во сршта на приказната е една мистериозна смрт, но вие вешто ќе го одбегнете криминалистичкиот пресвет и пристап и фокусот ќе го ставите на психолошките слоеви на ликовите. Колку истражување е потребно за тие аспекти?
I love doing research. So for this book, I did a fair amount. I talked to lawyers who have the job that Stella has. I talked to judges. I read court documents in such cases. They were redacted, so there weren't any names, but in this kind of family law case, I was able to read them. So I do love doing research to add authenticity to my books. I feel like it's necessary. You want people to feel like you've done your homework, you respect the reader enough to have done that, to make everything very realistic for them. And as for Stella being in The Investigator, yeah, I'm much more intrigued by a woman who has to figure things out on her own. She's not a detective, she's not trained in this, but there could be lives at stake, so she has to get it right. She has to investigate and really tap into this side of herself, this strength and courage she didn't even know she had.
Дали имате омилен лик од вашите книги?
Oh my gosh. You know, I always say characters in books are like my children. You can't pick a favorite. Maybe there's sometimes one is being a little easier than the others. But I've written a lot of books, but Stella is the only one I say that I might write a sequel to someday because she was a different kind of character for me. The whole book is told through her eyes, which is unusual. I generally write multiple narrators, but this was Stella's story. And she really took it over, and so I'm not ready to let go of her completely yet.
Што сакате читателите да понесат по една прочитана ваша книга?
I would love, first and foremost, to entertain readers. I feel like we live in difficult times right now, and I want you to be engrossed in my book, to have it be an escape for you, to not be able to stop turning the pages, and to have a real feeling of satisfaction when you're done. I'd love to surprise you, throw in some twists. I love throwing some heart into my books, and I think that's something that is resonating in Macedonia, because the one thing I've learned is that the people here have such big hearts. That's really become apparent to me just in my few days. So I think we're a good fit. So that's what I really want. I want to entertain you. I want you to feel like you've had a great experience and to keep reading.
Дали приватно сте љубители на психолошки трилери, односно што во слободно време сакате да прочитате?
Yes, I will read anything and everything. Psychological thrillers, memoir, I'm dipping into some historical fiction now. Really, anything and everything. Yeah, I love to read. I do read a lot of books that have not yet been published, so I'm reading now blurbs and things like that for potential blurbs. But yes, you'll find me with a book everywhere I go.
Што можеме во иднина да очекуваме? Дали размислувате за филмска адаптација?
I do have a lot of things going on in the film world, and I have co-written the screenplay for The Wife Between Us for Steven Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment. They purchased that. So fingers crossed, we'll see something coming to the big screen before long. I have had a conversation with a famous actress's team about playing Stella. So knock on wood, fingers crossed, all the things for good luck that we get to see it on screen soon.
И за крај, дали она што не е кажано е подеднакво важно и можеби и поважно од она кое е изговорено?
Yes, I think that there is so much communication that is not verbal and is not said, and I think that people really try to pick and choose, what to reveal. I think with my characters, hopefully you'll get a full enough picture of them to really understand them, but they're full of surprises. So there might be a few things that, you're left to kind of decide for yourself as a reader. That's where the interaction is, and that's when the book truly becomes alive, when the readers inject their own meaning into it.
Ви благодарам многу за инспиративниот разговор, ви посакувам уште многу изданија и многу читатели.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Драги гледачи и читатели, тоа беше Сара Пеканен, авторка која не потсетува дека секоја приказна има повеќе од една страна.